let's turn the corner here. Let's start talking Star Fox because that game.
Oh, you mean the point of the podcast? Yeah.
This Friday. And we got a little just an announcement today of Nintendo's going to do something on Wednesday the 20th, the Treehouse, and they tease this Star Fox anime short.
Son, I'm geeking. I geeked out so hard. That's
it was
pretty
style. Amazing.
I had to change my anime shorts.
Your anime shorts?
I see what you did there, sir. Clever.
Oh, that was good, P. You're on tonight.
That was tonight.
So let's start with the Nintendo Minute. Hopefully, some of you guys checked it out. The co-op experience with the Cat and Krista.
Yeah.
Hopefully, somebody other than me watched it because it was.
I didn't see it.
It really looks like it's going to be great couch co-op.
Yeah, I saw it. It's interesting.
It makes me want to invite a buddy over and say, "Hey, come check this out," because it looks so unique and actually you work together and it just looks cool. So I was impressed. It was just a level we'd kind of already seen, just dogfighting, all-range mode. But it looked really cool, and I think it's a great addition. Rob definitely will take advantage of. I don't know about anybody else, but
I was thinking about it as you were talking about it. I was putting plans in my head.
I'm totally going to take advantage of that.
Yeah, you got your kid. He'll probably do the hard part for you, though, so you can get past.
Yeah, he's pretty beastly.
Yeah, it'll be the only way T beats the game.
He's the skilled gamer of the family.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you trying to say about T?
He's got a prodigy. That's all I'm saying.
Burn.
I was just giving your kid a compliment. I wasn't dogging you.
Sure.
Well, we're gonna take it that way anyway because it's funnier.
Yeah, that's how I meant it. So, anybody got any thoughts on the co-op other than what I just said?
I wish I knew. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say because mine's kind of shifted gears. I actually think this and Project Guard's co-op is gonna be awesome. It's not really co-op, but the way Guard is played with the whole looking at 10 different cameras and stuff.
You could, with help, it might actually.
Yeah, I was looking at this. I was looking at some streams for it, and it's one of those. Go look at number 10. Go check out camera number 1. The dude's walking around the corner. You can shoot him. I feel like, ironically enough, both of these games will be very group oriented. Than what you would think they would be, because Star Fox has never really been known for couch co-op. I guess
Star
it's kind
Fox
of
64,
that.
64, yeah, 64 had.
Well, that was
okay.
Was it co-op or was that just?
Well, it wasn't co-op.
It was verse,
What am I talking about?
But yeah, I feel like these will be very get some friends over and just have a ball with it. I feel like it'll be one of those games because we haven't really had one of those Wii U games in a while. Actually. Since, I guess...
Smash, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, Smash would be the last worthwhile game to have it. Unless you want to count Mario Tennis.
Jesus.
Oh, my God.
So, I don't know... I didn't look closely enough to see what the Treehouse is actually going to be doing.
Yeah, I'm actually curious.
Go ahead.
Are they just going to be playing the game? I'm just curious what they... I didn't know they were doing that. I thought it was just the anime thing.
I think that's what they are doing, is that you're getting the anime short, and then you're getting maybe a new level or something.
Yeah, that and Guard, I think. I thought they were playing Guard.
Is this taking the place of an actual Nintendo Direct, I'm guessing?
Well, they did the same thing. They've done this with a few games recently. With X, they did this. Treehouse kind of showed it off, and then with Pokken Tournament.
Real quick, I got a special guest here. He wants to say some things. What game on 3DS did you beat twice?
Metal Gear Solid 3.
Whoa.
No.
Twice.
Twice. He comes walking over.
That's a hard game.
Yeah.
That's some serious
business. And he's 6. And his reading skills ain't there yet.
Actually, I beat it at 5 years old.
You beat it at 5. That's right.
Sounds like he's
this man is bragging. You got this man bragging on
I
screen.
haven't even beat Metal Gear Solid 3. I'm not a fan of that series.
What you need to do is you need to take a flight to God dang, I forget where Rob lives now. Vancouver.
I'm in Vancouver.
And have Max beat Splatoon for Rob so he can see
so I can see what it's all about.
And some other dudes who claim they beat it too.
Well, I mean, Splatoon, I know it takes like 14 or 15 hours to get through. That's been my struggle, really. So I just don't know if I'll get to it.
Is it that long?
No,
No,
I'm
it's
just
not that
Yeah,
long.
4
No, that's not
hours.
that
I'm
long.
talking smack. I'm talking smack.
Oh,
So, yeah, the Treehouse stuff would be cool, but I think we're all pretty excited for that anime, and not just to watch that, but I said this. I wish the
Dude.
game was in that art style. I wish the whole game was that art style, and they, like, instead of the puppets talking, it was that awesome hand-drawn animation style.
For like the dialogue and conversations and stuff.
Just all
Yeah.
cutscenes and everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Dude, I feel like Nintendo was teasing me with all this anime pseudo promotion shit they're trying to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the Pikmin shorts, which are like, I'm sitting there going, you gonna make that a thing, or you just gonna keep like casually teasing me with this shit?
It's a tease.
And then you get your Fire Emblem cutscenes in the game that are like pseudo anime cutscenes, and then I get the Star Fox, and I'm like, I get that you guys were already talking about, going into other streams of revenue, and you won't fucking announce an adaptation of one of these things. Like, God,
it looks so damn good. Like that looks
it
so.
just makes me mad.
It's coming. I think it's all coming.
They
It's gonna
better
happen.
not. This is the one game. Like this is the one anime they better give me because
Yeah.
I've been wanting something like this for forever.
I mean, this is right up there with the Lucina reveal.
Oh, that's
Oh, that
Smash
animation
Brothers,
style.
That one's a
Yeah,
little
for
cleaner.
sure.
Like this, that one's all digital looking. The Star Fox one looks more like digital meets hand art.
Yeah.
Like
It's like a weird mix of anime / CGI.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of. And if the game, even the flying scenes, if the game looked like this, my hype level would be double. Just
Yeah.
because I love the arts, I love this art style. It's amazing.
It would be crazy if they had some like Studio Ghibli do some art for them. I think that'd be a great marriage, man. Like Ghibli and Nintendo. It would never happen, but it's just a fun thing to dream out.
I mean, they could have done this art style. Then, like, the explosions look amazing in this.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it would look so good.
They got me fucked up, man. They got me fucked up.
And I first saw that, I thought it was today they were going to air that during the podcast. Like, damn it, we're going to, we could have done a live reaction, but still, I thought we were going to have to miss it. And,
What time is that going down the treehouse?
well, it'll be 6 o'clock our time.
Yeah, 6.
Dang.
How long do you think it's gonna be?
I would expect like 10 minutes maybe at the most.
Oh, I want it to be like 20 or something.
I want it to be like 20, man.
I was hoping it'd be
Yeah.
like a half hour or something.
I want like a full fucking episode.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be 7 hours.
They probably want it to be short enough that like a lot of people will like click it and watch it and get
Yeah.
hyped for it.
It's gonna
If
be
like,
short.
It could
yeah,
be
if it's
5
half
minutes.
an hour, like a lot of people would end up just not watching it.
I think it's going to be 5 minutes.
It'd be about
but
5 minutes,
If
probably.
it's half hour,
Oh,
put it on
no,
Blu-ray and
really?
charge me $15.
Seriously. Or put it on Wii U eShop and have me download it.
Well, I want
I'd rather
think they
buy-
will?
Oh yeah, I'll pay for that.
I just thought about it. Why don't they do something like
They
that
might.
with the
They might.
Pikmin shorts?
Yeah,
That would
the
be
Pikmin
great.
shorts
I'd
are
rather
awesome.
see it on Blu-ray myself with full 7.1 surround sound or something, but that's just
But
me.
they're gonna put it on YouTube and people just gonna steal it off of there for free.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
that's
know?
true. Yeah.
That's why it's going to be short, but it looks amazing. Like I said, I wish that the whole game looked like that. That would be...
I do have to say, if I can kind of change the Star Fox conversation just a little bit, like as pumped as I am for this game, and as pumped as I am for the couch co-op stuff, I think it's going to be freaking awesome. And like you were saying, I will actually use that. I have to admit, I will freely admit that for a long time, I was randomly on board with this idea that they were eventually going to announce an actual competitive online
Yeah,
mode.
me too. How much more pumped would you be if we knew going into Friday that we can all play each other?
Quite a
on
bit more.
multiplayer
Quite a bit
online?
more, man. I
It would
agree
be
with it.
hype levels would be through the roof. for
Yeah,
me.
and it's not like I need it, and T, I know you don't need it either. We've talked
Yeah.
about that, but I did really think, I was like, I really feel at some point they're going to surprise everyone and be like, boom, bitches, it actually is happening. And,
Yeah.
man,
Well, hey man, we don't know
want that much.
we don't know what we're gonna get that on Wednesday, so
I didn't even want that much. You could have just gave me what you gave me on 64 as a
Yeah.
online multiplayer,
I don't know.
just some dog fighting, just some
We're not going to
Corneria,
get
some.
that on Tuesday. I can't agree with that, Terrell, because I think it's too close to the game
No,
for
yeah,
them.
we're not gonna get
Well,
that.
the full game's out. We've already
Yeah,
seen the
people have
menus.
the full game. Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's that.
But I will say, we were chatting earlier and just messaging back and forth, and no one really replied. But I was kind of explaining to you guys, like there's been multiple games where I haven't even touched the multiplayer, where I bought all the Gears of War I owned, except for Judgment or whatever. The Last of Us, I think the Tomb Raider reboot had multiplayer, if I'm not mistaken. And I never even accessed that I never even booted it up. And so for Star Fox, especially 64, that was around, GoldenEye set the standard. And my buddies and I, we tried to play that dogfighting, but it was just so sparse that any action would happen. Like for me and my friends, we gave up on it and I never touched it.
You're talking about 64?
Yeah.
Star Fox?
Like it was just one of
if you went
those.
to 4-player, it was really hard to play.
Yeah, 4-player. And you
Two-player
look
was
on
not so
screen,
bad.
it was a tiny ass little box.
Yeah, but even 2-player, it just to turn around and actually find them. It was just.
But it would be way easier if you had your own screen.
That
was
you
the
have
problem.
to have I think you'd have to have at least 8 people at
Well,
it.
yeah.
I bet they could create a game in map sizes that would work. If they built it today, I think it would work out. I think they'd make it right. I see what you're saying. Like back in the day, it was a problem, but I feel I would.
Well, the
trust
levels
Nintendo
weren't
to
that
not
big,
have that
but
problem today. Yeah, it was an older game though. I mean,
Give me Star Fox versus Star Wolf. 4 and 4. That would that
4
could have been
that's what
great.
I'm talking about. You
Yeah.
gotta have more than just a couple people.
Well, they can do that now. This is 64 we're talking about, which could barely, do that.
I mean,
kind
it
of
could be like 8-player matches. Every online match is an 8-player match.
That would be awesome.
like
I wanted
Splatoon.
like Splatoon almost. Like
I was thinking like Splatoon.
That would
And then
be
you can
super
switch
cool.
to like the crawl. What do they call the bird thing? The transformation.
Oh yeah,
What's
it's
it called?
the walkers.
The walkers, and you could have some levels that cater to that more, and some space.
I have to.
levels.
Let me ask you guys, and T, you
That
might
could've
be the
been
only
great.
one who did this, but did any of you guys play the Star Fox Assault multiplayer?
Yes.
I
Like-
can't because I'm alone.
Anyway, the point is, it was actually really, really
it was
good.
really good.
It was super in depth. It was like there was a lot of modes, a lot of options. Some people could be on foot on the ground, other people could be in the landmaster, other people in the R-wings on the same huge
It was
map.
very ambitious. Very ambitious.
You got perfect. Yeah, it was ambitious. That's exactly what it was.
Mhm.
And like that shows like the kind of thing that they could do in the Star Fox universe. And it's weird how this game exists both in a way where none of us need the online. We're all excited. The campaign is the most important. But at the same time, we still really want that online mode because it just seems right for this game. And like I think
Assault going back, it felt like you're going backwards a little bit.
yeah, it's weird. And I just really also want excuses to keep playing the game once I've beaten it. That's all part of it too.
I think for me, it's just gonna be like the Bayonetta feel, where I'm gonna want to get the medal, the gold, whatever match.
Yeah, and that's what Star Fox 64 did, right? It was all about getting
totally.
the combo scores and the medals for everything.
But when friends came over, at least in my house, we jumped on the multiplayer. We played
every day,
crazy.
every day.
Yeah, I'm
So
like
you
you.
still wanted that too. I still want that too. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm
you know
not
what Star
saying-
Fox is about. It's about the medal chase. It's about
Yeah.
getting all the hits and getting all your medals, your gold medals or whatever on every planet. But it's also, to me, it's about that multiplayer. We had fun playing that too. So
Yeah, I'm not saying I'd be mad if it was in there. I honestly would.
you don't
I
like
would play it.
options, Juice? Is that what you're saying?
I definitely, but like I just said, I just named like 6 games from the 7th gen where I didn't even turn on the multiplayer.
Yeah,
mode.
but I'm the same for a lot of games as you, Terminator. But to be fair, like we're kind of in the minority. Like a lot of people aren't that way.
But
So I think that's why it would be good.
I have games that I haven't touched the multiplayer on.
Yeah,
And I probably never will, but this is one game that I think I totally would. I know I would.
Yeah. Well, Nintendo does multiplayer the best too. That's part of it. Like we know how great it would be if they actually were doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it
They
would.
gave us Assault online, like man.
That would be great.
It sounds like there's some
Being able to
potential
fly
there.
down from your R-wing and hop into a Landmaster tank, and then jump out of that and go on foot for a while. That's crazy.
It was awesome.
That's awesome. That would have been great.
It was more advanced than
Hell,
advanced
make
than
that its own
Battlefront.
game. I'm sorry. You put about that. My bad. But
I'll
for
say-
the next console, whatever that next console that Nintendo is making is going to be called, you
There were
can
some
give us a
letters
game
involved.
that's
I don't
just
remember
that.
what the letters
That's
were.
just that. You
Yeah.
can give us a game that is just the
Imagine
Star Fox Assault.
a Star Fox game that's just like what
Battlefront-like.
Splatoon is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, or Battlefront or Splatoon, where they create like a quality online centric sort of play
Mhm.
experience. And I think that if they do it after giving us a traditional Star Fox like we're getting now, it would be okay. Because if that's all they were doing now, it might be suffering the Federation Force effect.
Exactly.
But since they're giving us a real Star Fox now, if we get like an online one in a year or two, it's like, okay, like now is the time for this.
Totally.
That's a good point because you just brought up Federation Force and people are like, oh, Metroid, they need to make Metroid. That's perfect for multiplayer. That could be a Call of Duty Halo type of game. And they don't give you that, but they give us giving us a 4-player co-op Metroid,
a feeble
Metroid universe, and it's just immediately shit on, and no one cares that it's 4-player co-op in the Metroid universe. Like that should be something people should be celebrating. But
and that's why I brought up why I compared it to Star Fox the way it did, because the main complaint that people have with that, and I share a huge amount of that as well, even though I'm lightening up with the game.
I get it.
Is because we haven't had another Metroid game in so long. And so is with Star Fox, if they did do something like that after Star Fox Zero, it wouldn't sting, because it's like, we just had Star Fox Zero, so now it's like maybe it's a little bit more acceptable to do it.
Well, I also think part of the issue for Federation Force is the fact there's a 3DS game and not a Wii U game.
Yeah, there's a lot of things against it.
That big head art style, man. That big head art style.
But Nintendo fans love the 3DS, so why not? Why wouldn't you put it on? I mean, that's the most
because
that's where all the Nintendo fans are apparently. So
because Metroid is considered way more of a console franchise than a handheld franchise.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like oh, Kid Icarus is on the 3DS. Well, no one was mad, and then they played it and they were like, man, I want a Wii U port.
This needs to be on a console controller.
It needs to be just a sequel. They just need to make a sequel to that game that shall not be named console.
So with 4 days to go, I'll just go through the list of where your hype level is on a scale of 1 to 10, leading up to Star Fox coming out. And for most of us, we'll be playing it Friday, but certain people, for some reason, keep pre-ordering it through some other company and don't get it the day it comes out.
So with that, man, what you doing?
He's got to wait 8 days.
Who?
Ooh,
not me. Not me.
I thought you said you're getting it Tuesday.
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, you said that, and I thought you said that in the chat. What you were talking about? Something you're getting Tuesday.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was
Oh, that was.
Wasn't me. No, I got my finger on my nose, man. It wasn't me.
Yeah, Amazon is coming through so far, so I'm gonna trust Amazon.
That wasn't anybody in the podcast. All right.
Make it up live.
Were you drunk, Juice? Were you drunk?
Anyway, let's go through. We'll start with Terrell. What's your hype level, 1 to 10, for Star Fox right now?
Well, this will be my first Star Fox game, so it's between a 7 and an 8 right now.
I don't know how I feel about your first statement there.
Yeah,
I haven't. It's one of those franchises I never really got around to playing. But I'm surprisingly excited for this game. I've been getting more excited for it as the more I've seen it. So I probably would say 7, somewhere around a 7 or 8.
So you might say a 7.5.
No, I'm gonna say a 7.7 because fuck you. That's why.
All right, how about you,
$13 DLC?
Oh. T is on fire. What is going on?
And I almost bought that DLC too, but I was like, I'm not buying another amiibo till Bayonetta comes out, so I'm sticking by that.
Don't believe that shit.
When is that?
We don't know.
They haven't
We don't
announced
know yet.
All right, Robert. I know you'll be still busy playing Ratchet and Clank, but what's your excitement level for Star Fox?
Well, I'll hopefully beat it by then. I doubt it. No way. But a 10. Why not?
Good answer.
Just because it's Star Fox. It's a new one, and it's been a very long time since a new one. So I can't wait to see how they're gonna do it, and I'm excited.
All right, how about you, Rob?
On the surface, like as a Star Fox mega fan since the first game, it's a 10. But if I was going to be a little bit more realistic about it, because I haven't tried the control. I believe in the control, but I have not tried it. So for all I know, it might not live up to the way I want it to be, and maybe the lack of multiplayer hurts it more than I'm expecting. I don't know. So if I was going to be realistic, it's not too much of a dip. I'd probably say a 9. But the Star Fox fan in me is at a 10 just because I'm so excited to have it back.
Yeah, that's fair. Mezza T, where are you at?
It's easily a 10 for me. Star Fox is that series for me. and it should be at a 200 or something. It would be if we got that multiplayer, man. If we got that online multiplayer. But it's definitely at a 10. We haven't had a Star Fox console Star Fox since 2005. So
ouch.
It's been a long time.
The last Star Fox game I played was Star Fox Adventures.
That's crazy.
Which, by the way, I am a huge fan of that game. I don't care what the haters say.
Yeah, I love
Did
Star
you
Fox.
like that?
You mean The Legend of Star Fox? Is that what you mean?
Yes, that game.
I'll tell you how much I liked it. It's probably the only Nintendo game I ever traded in.
Oh, ouch.
I beat it, but then I
Okay.
traded it in. It's that and F-Zero, which was developed by Sega. Yeah.
And a quick correction to your guys' podcast the other day with Francis, and you were talking about Star Fox Assault.
Francis?
Oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I was.
Gee.
I'm sorry, I forget about that. No, just
Stop.
I forget OJ's.
He even called himself that, so it's cool.
Okay. But you guys were talking about Namco Bandai making Star Fox Assault. It was just Namco.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah,
Somebody was trying to say it was the Team Ninja people. That's what the confusion.
Yeah,
got.
but I think that's
the thing is, I was saying it was. I was thinking Namco made, for some reason I was thinking they made Other M, and that's what I was saying. And then,
they didn't.
Yeah, I got corrected for that.
That was
But
when they were just Namco. They also made Soul Calibur, and they did Star Fox Assault. Yeah.
Right, and that's what I was saying. I'm sure I threw in there that no, there was no Bandai Namco yet.
Maybe did,
Bandai.
I forgot. But anyway, I
just
heard
meant
that and
Namco. I wasn't even thinking of that they joined with Bandai or whatever, but I knew it was Namco.
Bandai joined with them because they were in trouble.
Yeah, no, the struggle was real, son.
All right, so
what about you, Terminator?
My hype level is at a 9, and like I said, Star Fox Adventures, last Star Fox game. I think I might have played 64 since then, where I might have hooked up my N64. I'm thinking about plugging it in this week and playing. But to me, the Star Fox on the Super NES is one of my top 5 games on the Super NES. My top 5, I think 4 of them are Nintendo developed, and then Street Fighter. So Star Fox is top 3 probably, behind Zelda and Super Mario World. And a lot of people don't give that game credit for. They gave it credit for the 3D, the polygons and all that, but the cinematic approach they took to it, the music was orchestrated type music, and it opened like a movie. A lot of people give Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation credit for that, but Star Fox did that first. And the epic boss battles, when stuff was flying at you, people don't realize there wasn't a whole lot of that happening, especially on consoles. People would actually duck, watch playing the game. My friends or not my parents, but my brothers, my sister, they'd duck something was gonna hit them because it never happened before. And they're moving to try to see around objects.
Yeah, they move their heads while sitting down.
And I'd do that as I'm playing it, and it was a game changer. Completely blew my mind.
The original?
Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
The fact that this 3D thing would fill up the screen because it was basically in the camera's view that close, and having to just dodge things with the ship, it was all new. And then throw in the cinematic feel, the music.
And they had attempts at dialogue and stuff too,
Yeah, and they had.
I will say that whole moving and ducking while you're playing. That's something I kind of got from Mario Kart a lot when I'm making those really sharp turns and shit, and I just start leaning in my chair, and I'm like, no, no,
don't fall over.
Yeah.
I mean, you make a good point though, Terminator, because I feel if I think back to as young as I possibly can, I feel like the first truly 3D game I ever played had to have been that first Star Fox.
Yeah,
I mean, it had to be.
I mean, it went from side scroll to all of a sudden, and they had semi 3D afterburners and stuff, but it was still just
it was just scrolling,
hand-drawn
sprites.
Yeah, fake.
Well, I mean F-Zero technically, but again, F-Zero was just just. It wasn't 3D.
Everything was flat. That was the Mode 7 mode where it was
it was that mode
flat
sexy Mode 7.
It was flat images in kind of a 3D.
It was a flat sprite just spinned around.
But as far as things coming at you and dodgy, that stands out to me I never owned the game, but my buddy lived 3-4 houses down, and it was at my house for like 2 years. Like I played it all the time. You get hit, your wing would fall off, and it was awesome, and I loved it. And then Star Fox 64 came out, and it didn't recapture that to me. You know, they really just tried to make the game look better, and I didn't really care for that submarine ship or whatever the hell it was.
Whoa. You telling me that the first time you felt that rumble come through the controller when you got hit,
that was cool.
Just blow your mind? That totally blew my mind.
I remember we were reading magazines back in the magazine days. We were reading magazines pumping up Star Fox 64 and all the graphics. And I remember reading about all the dialogue in the game. Like, talking,
yeah, there was a lot of dialogue.
Yeah.
And that was a new thing, and that blew our minds. My younger brother and I were crapping ourselves. We were so excited. And it delivered, too. It was really...
So cinematic. It was real cool.
Yeah.
Like, I remember going to pick that up at Toys R Us and seeing the size of the box with the rubble pack.
That's a huge box.
You got excited.
It's crazy, though, like, even with all that, it didn't recapture that, that original Star Fox for me, and it never lived up to it for me personally. And then the multiplayer, me and my friends, we didn't get into because GoldenEye was just so far superior. So it was kind of a weird thing.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if I played like the 3DS version, if I'd still feel that way. Or
I was going to ask you if you played that. If you had
I never
that,
played that one. I'm almost thinking my expectations, based on my feelings for the first game, were so high that I never. And I couldn't tell you anything about the final boss in Star Fox 64. Like, I can't even remember.
What? You don't remember the Andros battle?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
it's basically, I kind of just, it just kind of fell off for me right away. And
I'll never
spoiler
forget
alert,
it
your
was
dad.
Yeah, your dad.
I don't remember that.
Oh man, I'm getting kind of teary. Thinking about
Jeff McCloud.
Dad, like James trying to guide you out of there after you defeat him. I'm like, was just whoa.
What I always remember is like there's two different ways to fight Andros in different forms. And when he takes that like skeletal form,
the real
it
form
freaked me out. Yeah, I was like, that's
the real Andros form. Because you go, you have to. Again, it's about the medals and about
wasn't there like a monkey
and stuff.
Like with a great...
Yeah, that's Andros.
Okay,
But then if you blast that away, there's like a brain and whatnot under it.
Yeah,
there's
just
two different versions of that though. Yeah. If you go the harder way, the correct way.
Yes.
When you get to Venom, it's just like you have a dogfight with Star Wolf, and it's quick, and you just go right in. And then the easy way is you actually fly through Venom. And it's an actual long level.
I remember that. Yeah,
I do remember that now. So, but with all that being said, I'm more excited for this one than I thought I was going to be when I did my list of anticipated games earlier. Star Fox wasn't that high up, but it's not just the visual improvement. I'm actually really looking forward to the challenge of the controls and learning something new. I'm excited about change like that. Maybe I won't like it, but the prospect of it has me excited, and I want to master the controls and not give in to, well, these are different, I don't like them, and I'm not going to play it. Like, I want to, really give it its fair chance. And
that's a good way to look at it. That's like a super commendable approach that more people should have.
That's kind of how I look at it.
I'm all about new ways to play.
So, side note, apparently when the Japanese trailer for the teaser stuff that's happening on Wednesday, apparently the animated short's going to be about 15 minutes.
Yeah, I just got a comment from
That's pretty cool.
15 minutes.
That's pretty damn good.
15 minutes.
I want a show, damn it.
I want
I
a
really
movie.
do.
Give me a movie.
I feel like they're just they're testing which ones have the greatest fan appeal. And I'm sitting there in the back like all of them. Do them all.
Yeah.
I'm finally gonna get my Star Fox Bucky O'Hare. Like,
Bucky, Captain Bucky O'Hare.
that was that cartoon.
Yeah.
And Star Fox came out and was like, oh, this is so cool. It's so much like it. And then I always wanted a Star Fox cartoon after that, and never got one. But.
So yeah, that's cool. 15 minutes. I'm gonna definitely have to rename this podcast after theirs because we're gonna spend about 5 minutes predicting reviews for Star Fox, and that's basically the whole title. So I just wanted to cover like the three big ones: IGN, Polygon, and GameSpot. GameSpot's notorious for Nintendo games getting low scores, especially if they're difficult. If it's a difficult game and if it has a mechanic that's new or it's not just instantly like people get it. Like if you have to learn new controls or something.
Yeah,
So,
I'll never forget. You were talking about that earlier when just you and I were chatting.
yeah.
And
'cause
I'll always
Kirby and the
remember
Rainbow Curse?
No, Twilight Princess, their first
Skyward
Twilight Princess
Sword.
review.
I think
Really?
Skyward Sword.
They-
was
Oh,
the-
Skyward Sword too. Yeah.
Yeah, but Twilight Princess, that was like the launch of the Wii, right? And it's like this new control, and everyone was stoked, and it was getting badass reviews. And then they gave it like an 8 or an 8.8 or something, and they got shredded for that.
Well, Skyward Sword they gave a 7.
Yeah,
Skyward
that's
Sword, yeah, they gave it a
obnoxiously
7.
bullshit.
And they
remember
said
that.
that the controls didn't. The guy said it didn't even work. Like he couldn't. And I thought he just had a bad Wii Motion Plus or something. From
Maybe
what
he
I
didn't
was
have
reading.
arms.
Well, how do you give a game a 7 if the controls don't work at all?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
weird.
it was so many conflicting things. So anyway, like Zombie U, maybe deservingly got lower reviews, but not a 5 from GameSpot. And
That
then
game is freaking awesome.
Kirby, I think got a 5.5, and Donkey Kong got a 6, and Star Fox looks to
That's
be a
the
very
one. That's the one that was like, come on.
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous.
And Star Fox looks
Yeah,
to be very challenging. Plus, it has a control scheme that's going to take an adjustment. So I guess we'll go IGN. Jose Otero is he's pretty a big Nintendo fan. Like he gives things
He's not too
decent
bad.
scores.
Yeah, he's okay.
So what do you guys? I got it at a 7.9 as a prediction for IGN.
7.9, not enough. What's the meme?
Not enough
Not enough
space.
Somebody
Water.
said
Too
it.
much space.
Too much water. Too much water.
Somebody already said that in the comment here.
Too much gamepad.
Too much space.
Yeah.
I'm gonna predict from IGN. I'm gonna predict 8, maybe 8.5, but I'm gonna safely say 8.
Yeah, I'm around the same thing because Jose's a lot more open to that kind of stuff,
Mhm.
like to different control schemes, and he usually because I think even Fatal Frame they gave like a 7, even though that game got panned like everywhere else.
Yeah, and they actually said quality things about it, even though the score was a 7. They actually had a lot of positive things.
Yeah, so my logic is that I'm pretty sure Jose will probably give. I don't see it getting anything lower than an 8, maybe a
And Jose-
7.5.
Jose seemed to like the controls from the beginning. I remember when they was it last year before they revealed it, or when,
Yeah, no, 2 years.
it
ago.
was a year before. It was 2 years ago when they
Yeah.
talked about they got
Oh,
played
yeah.
behind closed doors or whatever, and they got the and he seemed to like it then. He seemed to like the controls.
Oh
then.
yeah, he still likes it. I've been listening. I kind of listened to their
NBC.
podcast.
Yeah, I
that
heard it
Nintendo-
too.
Yeah, so I know he still likes the controls, so I can't see it going under an 8 personally.
I
So-
think it's gonna be an 8.5. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
T, what do you think?
That's what I give it. I give it I think they'll give it an 8.5.
All right.
Are we doing an over/under here, or how are we making money? How are we doing? Price
We're all
Where you placing bets, son?
yeah.
We're all
How are
within
you making money?
0.6. I mean, we're all real close on that one.
Yeah.
Now, Polygon's a little bit tougher because they gave Pokken Tournament a 9, and then they gave like what was the one they gave like a 5.5.
Oh, what you told me before the podcast?
yeah.
I forget already. I don't know Polygon as well, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not.
they're just weird. They just give really random scores.
Was it Yoshi they gave a 5?
Tropical Freeze got a little one by them too, I believe. So,
Did it?
and Bayonetta 2 they did because the person hated the sexual. They were just
Oh, that was them.
Oh yeah, the whole sexist shit.
SJW on the
somebody completely offended by a woman with strong sexual presence.
Was it? Did they give it a 5.0? Too much vagina?
I don't know. It was like
Lol.
it was like a 7 or something. And they loved
They
it.
should have gave it a 6.9 for that.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy, man.
I'm thinking clickbait for Polygon. I'm gonna do 6.5.
I think 7.
I think it's around there. I think it's like 6 to 7 maybe.
I give Polygon a 7 as well.
I'm gonna go because I'm not as familiar with them, and I'm just gonna err on the side of positivity. I'll go 7.5,
All right.
just to hope that they
And
go
next-
a little bit higher.
Next week we will just check these ones out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I don't even know there's another like a fourth review site anybody even pays attention to.
It used to be game trailers, but not anymore.
Game failers.
I think was it Destructoid maybe?
Yeah,
Oh, you got to do a comedy podcast.
Yeah, Destructoid people.
I wrote down Destructoid, but I don't think a lot of people. I don't ever go to their channel.
Destructoid.
I don't
there's also
either,
Game
but-
Informer. I mean, Game Informer is a big one.
I mean, I don't go on any of the channels.
GameStop's thing.
GameSpot.
Yeah.
I always get confused with that.
GameSpot. I guarantee you
I think it's 8.
the highest it'll get will be a 5.5.
What?
I'm thinking 4.5.
Yeah,
to
GameSpot
5.5.
is really nasty towards Nintendo games.
But don't forget, they also
That's
gave
not true.
Galaxy 2 and Bayonetta 2 10s.
Yeah, they
It
give
depends
those
on the
games.
reviewer, but
I'd
It's a
say
ch-
6.5.
okay.
6.5. And I think because GameSpot,
Spot.
they like to
Sound
me,
it
I feel
out.
like they do a lot of like clickbaity review stuff. Because I remember when
that's true.
they gave A Link Between Worlds Game of the Year, everybody went insane.
Yeah.
And I think Link Between Worlds is an awesome game, but I think they did it because they wanted to get the clicks and the angry people pissed
Yeah.
off. And so
So I'm gonna still try to avoid the negative concept of that stuff, even though I think it's all true. And I'm gonna give even GameSpot a small benefit and go with just a 7.
I'm going with 6. I can't see it not being anything higher. It might be a 7, but I'm banking 6.
They're gonna be
You said-
nice with this one,
Okay.
so they're gonna give it an 8. I'm telling you.
Probably
Again,
that.
Woolly World and
You're very
Tropical
optimistic.
Freeze. Woolly World and Tropical
I
Freeze
think
both
they're gonna
got
be-
6s.
Yeah, but I
Just
think
throwing
they're
that
gonna
out
be.
there.
I know, but I think they're gonna be like, Star Fox is back in action, and
No.
look at
They,
it.
I couldn't see what I was doing. I couldn't control the ship. It was distracting,
my neck was hurting having to look up and down.
and I kept
Oh,
dying.
man, I forgot about that.
what did they give Twilight Princess HD? Do you know?
GameSpot.
Yeah, GameSpot.
I know Polygon gave it a 9, which is, or it might have been GameSpot gave it a 9,
What about
Let's
a
check.
Pokken tournament?
They seem to like Zelda games.
except for Skyward Sword when it was just that one reviewer.
What about Pokken?
And also Pikmin 3. I'd be curious on reviews for Pikmin 3 because
Uh,
I could see that falling in the same space as Star Fox.
on Metacritic.
So what was the first game we wanted to see?
Twilight Princess.
Twilight
And-
Princess.
and
right.
also Pokken tournament, since that's like a newer,
Oh, I forgot about Pokken, yeah.
that would make sense.
Scrolling right.
We should just make this like a regular segment. We should start doing box office predictions.
GameSpot gave Twilight Princess a 9.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we should do box office.
Oh, wait. You know what we should? Actually, another review. What about Games Radar?
I don't.
I don't know them.
They're not on
I
my
already
radar.
know them, but I don't really know them.
They're not on your radar. He is on fire tonight.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Oh, they gave Pokken a 9 as well.
Yeah, I don't think.
What?
GameSpot-
Suddenly GameSpot could be the dark horse.
Well, let's see
here.
what they gave Mario.
It might be.
They gave Mario Maker
I
I
like
think
Mario Maker.
a 9 or something like that. Maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, maybe they got rid of the Nintendo hater from there.
Feeling pretty good about myself.
Wait, I'm trying to see what they gave Xenoblade.
He said he feels pretty good about his 7.
God,
Yeah,
Polygon
about
9.5, Super Mario Maker.
What do they give it? 8.5?
9.5.
9? Damn!
GameSpot
Jesus.
is going to be a 9 or below because I don't see their name yet. I think it was an 8 if I'm going off memory.
Wait, are you now on Polygon or GameSpot?
Oh, and GameSpot gave it a 9 too. Damn, they've given the last 3. Let's see what Xenoblade was probably low though.
No,
No, I can see Xenoblade being
I
high.
think they gave that.
'Cause I know Yoshi's was ridiculous. Like,
Yoshi is the kind of game where, even though I think it's great, I'm not surprised to hear if a reviewer would not
They
give it
gave
a
it a
great
6.
score.
Give it a 6 though. I can
It's way
understand
better
like
than that. for
giving
sure.
it a 7 or you
Yeah,
maybe you
6
don't
is
like
too low.
platformers,
6
but
is
a
too low.
6.
How
Like,
about
Yeah,
this?
this is
gorgeous.
nuts.
The controls are perfect, spot on.
I know.
Like you have to judge it as technical too. You can't
They
just
gave
say,
it the same.
I don't like
Actually, that and Mario Tennis got the same rating.
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
That's-
Come
I
on.
think we should do this Terminator. We should all predict what the Metascore final will be.
That's,
Oh,
good. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm checking out Xenoblade right now. For
7.
Xenoblade was an 8 on GameSpot.
So they've been higher than they have been, but I just
That
know this
Fatal
'cause-
Frame review though was mean as fuck.
Well, Star Fox is hard though. Star Fox.
The Fatal Frame was like a 5. I was like, bruh, come
Well,
on.
Terminator, you brought up a good point in our chat about how a game like Bloodborne is hard and gets great reviews, and a game like Star Fox will be hard and maybe get bad reviews because of it.
Yeah.
And it's as a huge Bloodborne fan,
because it's
obviously, like
mature.
I
It's
can
the
agree
controller.
with that. Yeah.
It's a mature game.
All right. So Metacritic score for Star Fox.
I'm gonna go.
Mine is easy.
It's
I
not.
think
Damn
it's,
it.
I think it's 78 to
Damn it.
81.
I'm going
say
83.
78.
On 83.
I'm going 78.
I'm going 77.
I'm more in your guy. Even if I'm trying to be optimistic, I'm between a 74 and a 79 is
So
my
pick
guess.
one.
That's fine.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
78. I'll just go. No, man, fuck it. I'm gonna go 79.
No, that's what I
79.
said. 78 to 81, I think.
I'm on the high end.
Robert gets 81 because I'm picking
Okay.
your highest.
All
So
right.
we're doing
fine.
this like
Okay, then. Oh,
Price is Right.
Yeah. Highest without going over.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess 81. You know, I'll stick with. No.
So it's already written down.
You said it
Really?
three times.
Oh, man.
Three times.
He wrote a thing you can't erase.
Well, yeah, because if you look at the Metacritic scores for the current release games, Pokken Tournament's at a 76, Twilight Princess is at an 86, and then like, actually, there's nothing really over 80s other than Twilight Princess and like Mutant Mudds and
What'd you-
Oddworld.
Terrell, did you throw one out?
Oh,
yet?
77, 77.
We're all pretty close. T, did you decide?
I said 83.
83. All right.
I think you're
that's
being
right.
T. I think you're being generous.
I hope it's like
All right. All right.
Guarantee it won't be.
You know what's really sad is if this game had online. Okay, even if it didn't have online, if it had a regular controller, I bet we could all predict a lot higher. But that
I would
control.
predict 85 probably with standard.
Yeah, it'd
controls.
probably be in the
Me
80s.
too.
Not because it'd be better, just because reviewers would feel better about.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
one of those things. So.
I think people are gonna play them and like, oh, I'm home, Star Fox. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a
they'll-
nice-
It's like, I missed you, dog. Where you been?
I think they're gonna let some stuff slide because
Here's the
it's
problem:
like,
is a
oh,
lot of reviewers nowadays are also pretty young, so they probably didn't grow up on Star Fox.
Mhm.
You know, and that's really sad. There should be like an age limit to be a reviewer. Must be at least 29.
Or or their first Star Fox was Star Fox.
God, dude. Trying to get me and Robert out of here. That's bullshit.
Well, I don't know.
You're like
how old you
5,
are.
6,
Robert, I
7.
knew you were young. I didn't. I
Must
know
be
how old
at
you were.
least 67.
All right, we'll do 26.
All right. So let's
That still doesn't help me.
God damn it.
let's get to some questions here,
Yeah.
and I'll read some comments too. And Tony Carani he thinks Polygon will give it a 4 out of 10.
Wow.
Wouldn't surprise me.
He put no SJW to protest this game. I don't know. I know what SJW is, but
Well, there's no.
there's no
There's no crystal. There's no crystal, man.
Yeah,
0
there's
out
no
of 10.
sexiness in this game. So maybe that's why he means.
Or cats.
Possibly.
Cats.
We don't see her head. All we see is her head, man.
That music was so You know what I'm talking about? Like, I used to get so annoyed. Oh, no. Here comes Cat.
I have no idea what that is happening.
Star Fox 64, when Cat would come flying in and that music would start playing.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Who's Cat?
What?
I thought,
Cat
you
is-
were-
Star Fox 64.
It was like the girl. She's like, hi.
I thought she was an adventure.
No.
No, you're talking about
thinking
crystal.
There was a girl in Star Fox 64. I do not
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, she was an NPC.
Yeah, she
And she would
comes
come flying in
gives
certain
you an
missions.
We've already seen her in Zero.
She was in that what's it called? What's that movie? Independence Day.
Oh,
level.
really?
The Independence Day level from
Play
Star
like
Fox
I need
64.
better plan 64.
Oh, I thought you meant she was in the
Yeah, I
movie.
thought you meant she was in the movie. I was like, what?
No
Yeah.
way.
Do you remember that scene when her and Randy Quaid blew up the one thing? And...
You know, the level in Star Fox 64 that's obviously
I know, yeah.
inspired.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I think you should have started the sentence off that way.
We had to
Yeah.
shoot like 10 ships, and that was it
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty awesome though at the time.
at the time.
Yeah,
We've seen her in Zero already, though.
Have we?
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
She's in one of the. She's actually in one of the gyro wing missions.
Yeah.
You're helping her out.
And then
Alright.
a Falco can't stand her. Oh no, here comes Cat.
But Falco had such an attitude back in the
Get
day.
out
I
of the
guess
way,
I should say thanks.
Yeah.
What
He's
an
a prick.
asshole.
What a dick.
Oh my god.
Saved by Fox. You just saved your damn life, you asshole.
We should have T just reenact the whole game.
Yep.
Swear.
Hey, I used to play the game religiously. I love that game.